Today I'm filming the 2021 Toyota Sienna Platinum, and finally my tester has the ottoman functions. But let's look here at the front fascia. I would like to give a special thanks to Vice Props for sponsoring this video. If you're looking for a good prank gift, Vice Props has you covered. Be sure to check out Vice Props for prop money and use the discount code in the description box down below. Fascia of the Sienna. The Sienna is inspired by the bullet train over there in Japan. Looking at these headlights, my tester has adaptive LED headlights with an automatic low and high beam, an LED daytime running light with an LED turn signal, and down here Toyota does throw in some LED fog lights. There is front parking sensors. There's also a front-facing camera, and there's your Toyota emblem there. The Sienna is one of the best looking minivans in the minivan segment here. It looks better than the Pacifica, also the Honda Odyssey. My tester also has a special paint color, which is $425. It looks really good with the chrome here on this vehicle. Looking at these wheels here, these are a 235/50 Michelin tire. This is a 20-inch rim design. I do like the chrome here on the rim design, multi-spoke finish there. I'm a big fan of it, but I would prefer the wheels on the XSE trim. There's an LED side marker here, and down here Toyota puts the hybrid badge, which I was able to put it on the fender or a little above instead of having it here on the lower part of the door panel. Up here, my tester just has a standard sunroof. Toyota does not offer a panoramic sunroof, or I haven't seen one on a production 2021 Sienna. Maybe in the next generation they might offer, or maybe a refresh. There's these roof rails there, just in case you have more stuff that you want to carry. It couldn't fit in the cargo. You can just tie it on top of the Sienna. And right here, you guys see there's the Wi-Fi symbol. You can kick underneath here, and that will open up the sliding doors here. Like I mentioned, my tester does have the ottoman function, so you guys have to wait until I get into the interior. So if you're a mom and you're carrying your kids and you have the key in your purse or in your pocket, just kick underneath here and the door will power slide back. But looking at the side proportions here of the Sienna, it's a long minivan. I do like the sharp body lines here. It looks really good and aggressive. But making our way to the rear here of the Sienna, looking at these taillights, is going to be an LED combination with an LED brake light, an incandescent turn signal with an LED reverse light there. That's your platinum hybrid badge there. There's rear parking sensors. I do like the gloss black bumper here. Your Toyota emblem, which is there, is just painted blue to let everyone know that you have the hybrid version of the Sienna. There's your Sienna name, which is there. And Sienna only comes as a hybrid. There's this rear wiper here to keep the rear glass clean. I wish Toyota would have tucked it underneath here instead of having it just hanging out there on the back of the rear glass. But down here, there's no visible exhaust tube. There is one, but you have to look underneath the vehicle. And open up the cargo capacity back here. This is a power lift gate, which is kind of slow to open. Toyota says you get 33.5 cubic feet of space. And to fold down the second row here, the third row here, just grab this handle here, and the seats will flop down like that. You can also do it with this seat as well. Once you fold down this and move the second row up, Toyota says you get 101.1 cubic feet of space. So that's about 50 cubic feet of space reduction, because they do not you cannot remove the second row seats here, so you do lose some cubic feet of space. And Toyota does charge you $75 for a spare tire. Sitting inside the interior of the 2021 Toyota Sienna Platinum trim, I'm going to be really brief with this interior because I showed you guys the Platinum interior once before. But looking here, my tester does have a two-tone color combination. But shutting the door here, to start up the Sienna, you guys know how to start up a car. Just put your foot on the brake and press the power button there. As you guys know, Toyota brought the Sienna back as a full-on hybrid, so there's no traditional startup noise. It just uses the electric motors to start itself right up. Looking here, my Tesla does have a 9-inch display. I know that is flickering here on the camera, but it's not really doing that. Of course, a human eye cannot see that. My Tesla does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. As you can see, the system is really fast and snappy. I wish Toyota would have offered a 12.3-inch display like they do on some of the other products here, but there are some hard buttons here. Volume knob, tuning knob there. This does have quad climate control. So the driver here has his own set of climate control. The passengers, also the people here in the captain's chairs, have their own set of climate control. 3-level heated and cooled seats, of course, because it's a platinum grade trim. There's even a wireless charging pad here. It charges my 11 Pro just fine. There's a USB port there. Putting the Sienna into reverse here, as you guys can see here on the camera, it does have trajectory front and rear parking sensors, and you can tow 3,500 pounds. Kicking over to the left, there is a sport mode. This does house that eCVT transmission. There's your drive mode selector here, which is a normal, sport, and eco. So Toyota only offers 3 different drive modes. Toyota says they might be offering a plug-in version here of the Sienna. Not too sure. but that's what they're claiming. There's an auto hold function here, EV mode, electronic parking brake. There's 4 cup holders in total up here. There's 2 here, there's 2 there once you fold back this lid. Plus this is a deep amount of storage in there. There's a USB-C, a USB port. Looking at these gauges here, you can customize the screen here by using this little pad there to show you different things like your driver's assistant, which includes lane keep assist, forward collision warning, blind spot monitoring, parking sensors, through across traffic alert, sign recognition as well, and also a heads-up display. My Tesla does have a heads-up display. You can customize it to show your driver support, like a compass, your charging region, braking, and whatnot. You can definitely show you that. It does show you that in the heads-up display. Like I mentioned, 2-tone color combination, so there's some beige up top with brown at the bottom. Aluminum door handle here, 2-person memory seats. There's some control functions here, which is for the stability control, automatic high beam switch, heated steering wheel. My Tesla does have that perimeter scan to show you what's around the vehicle. So if you're close by a curb or by children, it will show you that on the infotainment system. There's your odometer reset button there, fuel cap opener, and the power sliding rear doors. You can lock that, and your hood latch is going to be here. This is a power tilt telescoping wheel. It does have a decent amount of adjustability. Volume controls are here, the back button. Like I mentioned, you can cycle through this trackpad there, forward collision warning, lane keep assist, dynamic radar cruise control. This thing will stop and go for you as well. Nice grab handle here. It's going to be slightly padded there. Some storage compartments here. Down here is going to be cup holders and whatnot. The windows going to be 1 touch up, 1 touch down for all 4 windows. My Tesla is missing the rear view camera mirror like in the other Platinum that I did. And above there's going to be a standard sunroof. Toyota doesn't offer a panoramic sunroof on this generation of Sienna. And here's going to be an incandescent lighting throughout the cabin. This is how you open up these sliding doors here. You can open and close it from here. So if your kids run up to the vehicle after school, you can just open the door and just keep it going. I like the storage that you get here on the bridge that Toyota calls it. The glove box here is damped, but it's not lined with felt. These seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable, they're 3-level heated and cool seats. And underneath here is going to be some storage, so just in case you had a bag or you're a soccer mom or a soccer dad, you can just have easy access to stuff. And also it's going to be a 12-volt there for charging purposes and whatnot. But Toyota did a really good job with the exterior styling, also with the interior of the Sienna. But let's hop into the second and third row. So to get into the second and third row, Toyota makes it pretty simple. You can just kick your feet underneath here if you have the key in your purse or in your pocket. And like I mentioned from the front seat, and also for the rest of this video, my Tesla does have the ottoman function here. So to get into the second row here, Toyota makes it pretty easy, like I mentioned. Sitting back here, honestly, it feels really comfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have plenty of leg room here. I can stretch out and whatnot. But to fold down the ottoman function here, just pull this lever here. As you guys can see, the ottoman function will go away. So technically you just have standard seats. And you can slide all the way behind the driver. This way I have the driving position here because I'm 5'8". But to slide the seat back, just use this little handle here. And once you do that, you can just pop out the ottoman function here and hit the recline function, and there you go. You can just relax here in the second row. So if I was you guys and I was a kid, I would just rush to get into the second row instead of try to sit in the third row, which is not a bad place to sit. But if you want to have this ottoman function here, which I highly recommend getting, you can also adjust these armrests here, as you guys can see there. And to close the door back, Toyota puts the button here to power slide the door, or you can use the door handle here. There is manual sunshades. It's going to be incandescent lighting. Surprisingly, there's no LED light in here. Toyota might just make you pay it as an option. There's going to be 2 pockets back here, a USB, a USB-C. Down here is going to be 2 cup holders. My Tesla is missing a refrigerator option. Yes, you can get a refrigerator option and a Toyota Sienna. And above, there's going to be climate control is going to be up top. Like I mentioned, it's going to be incandescent lighting. But let's hop into the third row really quick. You can press that button or you can use the door handle like I mentioned. But to slide, let's get out really quick. Oh, drop my phone. But to get into the third row, like I mentioned, Toyota makes it pretty simple. You can grab this lever here and slide the seat forward. And you have plenty of space to get into the third row there. But getting back here, I'm gonna sit behind this chair here. This chair is not at the farthest setting, but I do have plenty of foot room underneath here. I have good knee room there. It's going to be a USB-C port back here. Toyota even throws in manual sunshades for the third row passengers. There's going to be 3 cup holders back here as well, but they're pretty small, maybe for a little juice compartment or whatnot. But you can recline the seat, pull this little strap here to adjust the seat just in case you don't want to recline on a long road trip. I'm 5'8". I have plenty of headroom back here. So if you're over 6 feet tall, you can sit back here as well. But like I mentioned, I would recommend sitting in the second row. So I have the hood open here for the 2021 Toyota Sienna Platinum. Let's see what powers this thing. This has Toyota's 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. It makes 245 horsepower. It's paired with an eCVT transmission. Fuel economy is rated at 36 in the city, 36 on the highway, and 36 combined. If you go for the front wheel drive version that my tester is, you get 36 all the way across the board. If you go for the all-wheel drive system, you lose 1 mpg, so it's 35 in the city, 35 on the highway, and I think 36 combined. I want you guys to let me know if I was correct about the fuel economy for the all-wheel drive system. Toyota says you can tow around 3,500 pounds. If you want to tow a little bit more, you have to check out the other competitors like the Chrysler Pacifica and also the Honda Odyssey. And as the Sienna sits, it weighs around 4,600 pounds. So to start off the driving part here in the 2021 Toyota Sienna Platinum, my tester is the top of the line Sienna. Toyota offers this as the top trim. This is the highest trim you can go to in the Sienna lineup here. And Toyota brought the Sienna back as a full-on hybrid. This has the company's 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. It makes 245 horsepower. It's paired with an eCVT transmission. And the Sienna is a little bit heavy. My tester here weighs around 4,600 pounds. Fuel economy is rated at 36 in the city, 36 on the highway, and 36 combined. That's phenomenal fuel economy. It's one of the best fuel economies for this minivan. I will be testing the Chrysler Pacifica plug-in hybrid really soon once the dealership gets one in stock. Since this is the Platinum trim here, this thing rides extremely good. The suspension in here feels really good. It's quiet. I don't hear any road noise or wind noise coming into the cabin here. You do have great visibility. This does have Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, so that includes emergency braking, road cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring, also with adaptive cruise control, stop and go. So Toyota does give you great driver's assistance without a charge. Some of the other competitors might still charge you for like blind spot monitoring and whatnot, but Toyota does give it to you as standard equipment. But this thing is a really good daily driver. It's not the sportiest minivan in the segment, and honestly I wouldn't call this a minivan because this thing is extremely big. It has 101 cubic feet of space. Compared to the previous generation, this thing has shrunken in cubic feet of space around 50 cubic feet of space. So it did lose a couple of cargo because the second row seats do not come out. But the cabin here is quiet. My tester, like I mentioned, is a Platinum, so it does have a two-tone color combination inside the interior here. But the Platinum trim here is really good. My tester also has a heads-up display. With these Polaroid shades that I have on, you can see the heads-up display crystal clear here. It does show you compass, your speedometer, and also the sign recognition as well. So you can customize this heads-up display like I mentioned. But this thing rides extremely good. You get great fuel economy. I've been averaging around 34 miles to the gallon without even trying, honestly. You can get over what the EPA suggests. Like I mentioned, it's 36 in the city, 36 on the highway, and 36 combined. One trim that I would honestly recommend getting is the XSE. That thing looks extremely good. It's sporty. Toyota tuned the suspension to have a sport tuned suspension. Also, the handling is really good compared to the Platinum here, which has this numb to feel steering here, which is not bad. But if you're looking for a little bit more heft in the steering department, I would recommend going for the XSE trim instead of the Platinum. Toyota did a really good job with the interior here. All Sienna is going to come standard with this 9-inch display with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I do like the bridge area here. I like the way the shifter looks. Putting this thing into its sport mode here. So Toyota only gives you 3 different drive modes, which is normal, eco, and sport. You honestly do feel a little surge of torque from the electric motors. My tester is the front wheel drive model. You can also get an all-wheel drive. When I tested the Platinum with the all-wheel drive, you guys were telling me that I was unable to get the Ottoman function with the all-wheel drive. I'm not sure why Toyota has it that way, but my tester just has My Tesla's front wheel drive, so I do have the Ottoman function. I'm not sure why Toyota doesn't offer with the all wheel drive system. If you guys do know that, just let me know in the comment section down below. But let's do a slight acceleration run here really quick. Like I mentioned, my Tesla is front wheel drive. I'm going to turn the traction off. Like I mentioned, I already have it in the sport mode. There was no torque steer, no wheel hop, no screeching of the tires. So even though this thing is front wheel drive, even when you put your foot down, you will not basically have the tires to chirp or anything like that. This thing is really quiet. You can fit your family in here, going on a long road trip. You can put that stuff in the cargo area. You get around 33.5 cubic feet of space back there. But Toyota bringing the Sienna back as a hybrid, that's a major plus. But like I always say in my Sienna reviews, I wish Toyota would give this thing the engine that's in the RAV4 Prime that makes 302 horsepower. That's the second fastest Toyota vehicle in production today. This thing only has 245 horsepower, so Toyota, you should up the actual horsepower for this thing to give this thing more horsepower. So putting the Prime engine in here would be the best solution. So maybe another refresh or a quick refresh would basically do this thing some justice. But 245 horsepower is accurate power for most people in the segment. Like I mentioned, you're not going to have a speed demon minivan in a sense. But I think the fastest minivan in the segment is the Chrysler Pacifica or the Honda Odyssey. But this one's the slowest because it makes 245 horsepower. So they kind of detuned the horsepower here, which I wish Toyota would just kept that 3.5 liter V6 or 3.6 liter V6 in the Sienna, because that thing was pushing nearly 300 horsepower. So after spending time with the 2021 Toyota Sienna Platinum trim, my Tesla has an extremely luxurious interior and also has the Ottoman function, which I've been looking forward to. Like my other Platinum review that I did, it didn't actually have the Ottoman function. Like you guys said, that if you have the all-wheel drive system, you cannot option in the Ottoman function. I'm not sure why, but if you guys know, like I mentioned from the driving scene, please let me know in the comment section down below. But if you're looking for a fuel-efficient minivan, the Sienna has your name all over it. This thing gets great fuel economy, even when you're not even trying. It gets 36 in the city, 36 on the highway, and 36 combined, which is phenomenal fuel economy. So how much does a Platinum cost? Starting price for my Tesla here is at $49,900. This does have some optional equipment, which rolls in the special paint, which is $425, including the spare tire, which is $75, including the Toyota Guard, which is 2 oil changes and a filter. My Platinum here has an as tested price at $56,816, which is a lot of money. I would recommend getting the XSE. That looks more sportier if you're looking to save a little bit more money instead of paying that $56,000 price tag. I would like to give a special thanks to South Dade Toyota for providing me with the 2021 Toyota Sienna Platinum. If you're on the market for a Platinum, you can come to South Dade Toyota and ask for Wilford. He'll get you into a new, used, or pre-owned vehicle. Hope you guys have enjoyed my full overview on the 2021 Toyota Sienna Platinum. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at @DriveOnReviews, and also turn on post notifications. If you guys want to support the channel, just check out the description box down below. And also a special thanks to the sponsor of this video, Vice Props. Be sure to check out the description box down below to get additional 10% off. And I'll catch you all in the next video.